Hey everybody, this is John from Elite. Today I want to talk about lower cross syndrome. We talked about upper cross syndrome, about your pecs being tight and your back kind of rounding over, and it's really kind of us just having bad posture. Now we'll talk about lower cross syndrome. And pretty much what that is, you know, our stomach tends to get weak and go like this, and then our hip flexors get tight, and it pulls our hips forward, okay, and our low back gets weak, our butt gets weak, and we tend to kind of walk out. They usually say like Donald Duck. It's kind of walking like this. So this can cause some back pain. Okay, it's probably the biggest thing that it would bother people with. But it's all kind of, think of like your whole body, you know, as one. As you know, if you deal with upper cross and lower cross at the same time, you're going to feel better all the way around. So just off the bat, one, if this is tight, okay, we want to loosen that up. Now we can loosen it up like we did with our pecs, where we grab a lacrosse ball and we roll on it. You can get a foam roller and roll on the front, or at the top of your hips. We like to do kneeling hip flexor stretch. So we would just kneel down, say 90 degrees with our legs, and you're gonna squeeze your butt cheek on the side that your knee is down, and we're gonna kind of push hips forward, because that's what we're fighting against. We're here, we wanna go the opposite way, so we wanna push forward, and then you wanna lean in, and then hold that stretch, okay, about 20-30 seconds, and you switch. You do the other side, squeeze, and you'll find that one side's usually tighter than the other side, okay? And once we would get out of, say, doing those all the time, we can then build it up to like, hey, we're gonna do a tighter stretch, you're gonna come here, and then we're gonna push forward, you're gonna open up your hips even more, okay? And then I would say, okay, since the back side is now weak and tight, or weak and needs to be built up, we would say, I want you to do hip bridges, or glute raises. What we're gonna do is with this, we want to squeeze our stomach tight, because what's going to happen is you're going to be arching your back, and we want to get out of that. So we're going to squeeze our stomach tight and push our low back to the floor. Now that sets our pelvis exactly how we want it to. And then from here, you're going to drive through your heels, squeeze your butt, and hips up as high as you can. What we want to stay away from is hips up as high as we can, but my arch and my back is there, and I'm not squeezing my stomach and tilting my pelvis up. Okay, which wouldn't be working on the movement. So we want to squeeze and then push up, and keeping our stomach engaged the entire time, lifting up to build up those glutes and hips. Okay. Then what we can also do to build up your low back, you can do alternating Supermans or just regular Supermans, where you go both arms, both legs. You're going to squeeze your butt, hips up, and then back down. Okay, or you can go right arm, left leg. Okay, to help you get out of that position, so that your low back isn't kind of arched back the whole time. You're kind of sitting there, and then you can't sit long because it's going to bother your back. But also put you in a good position to where if you are loaded or are training, okay, your back isn't compromised, okay, and you won't have that pain, and you'll actually be able to use your abs and your glutes like you should be using. So, if you guys have any questions, how to do this more or anything on mobility, please let us know. We have a mobility class on November 16th. It's free for everyone to come to. We're going to work on stuff like this so that you guys can start moving and feeling better. And if you guys have any questions, let us know.